The hope that American soldiers would land on Nigerian soil to fight our battles and end the insecurity nightmare has just been shattered completely. For a long time, there has been this whisper, this expectation among some Nigerians that maybe, just maybe, if things got bad enough, the United States would step in with their Marines and their advanced technology to clean up the mess in the Northeast and the Middle Belt. But today, that bubble has been burst. The message coming from Washington is loud, clear, and quite frankly, a little painful for those who are banking on foreign military intervention. The headline you saw is not just clickbait, it is the reality of the new diplomatic stance. The United States has firmly ruled out deploying troops to Nigeria regardless of how bad the kidnapping, banditry, and religious violence get. We are looking at a major development that happened right here in Abuja. A high-powered delegation from the United States Congress landed in our capital, and they did not come to mince words. Led by Congressman Bill Huizenga, this bipartisan team, meaning it included members from both major American political parties, sat down with Nigerian government officials, religious leaders, and civil society groups. After all the handshakes and the closed-door meetings, they faced the press and delivered the verdict. Congressman Huizenga looked the reporters in the eye and said, "Nigeria does need help, but that does not mean US troops." He killed the idea of boots on the ground right there and then. This is a massive blow to the narrative that the country of particular concern, or CPC designation, was a step toward military action. You recall that the US government recently redesignated Nigeria as a country of particular concern. This is a very heavy label. It is a badge that says we see that religious freedom is being violated and we see that people are being killed because of their faith. Many analysts thought this label was the first step in a sequence that ends with American soldiers protecting vulnerable communities. But the delegation clarified that the CPC designation is a tool to motivate action, not a prelude to war or military deployment. They are using diplomatic pressure, not tanks. The logic they are presenting is that true friends do not just send armies, they engage in difficult conversations. Huizenga said something that really stuck with me. He said, true friends don't walk away. They stay engaged even when the conversation is difficult. They are trying to frame this abandonment of a military option as an act of tough love. They believe that sending US troops would not actually solve the root causes of the violence we are seeing in places like Benue and Plateau. They are drawing a very sharp line between the terrorism we see with Boko Haram and ISWAP in the Northeast and the communal violence in the Middle Belt. And this is where it gets really interesting, and I want you to pay close attention to the distinction they made. The lawmakers argued that what works in Borno State may not work in Plateau or Benue. They are saying that the violence in the Middle Belt, which often has religious and sectarian dimensions, cannot be solved by simply dropping American soldiers into the bush. They believe these are internal issues that require shoes on the ground, not boots. That is the phrase they used, shoes on the ground. It means they want to see more diplomats, more humanitarian aid workers, more capacity building, and more institutional reforms. They want to help Nigeria fix its own police and military rather than replacing them with American ones. Now, before we look at how the Nigerian government is reacting to this shoes not boots policy, I need to ask you a quick favor. If you are finding this breakdown helpful and you want to stay ahead of the news that affects our national security, please smash that like button right now. It really helps the video reach more Nigerians who need to know the truth. And if you are not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next update. We are following this story very closely. So, back to the delegation. They were very specific about why Nigeria is back on that CPC list. It's not just about politics, it's about the blood being spilled. One member of the delegation said clearly, it is unacceptable that anyone, Muslim or Christian, is experiencing this level of violence. They made it clear that protecting citizens of all faiths is the core responsibility of the Nigerian state, not the American state. This is a direct challenge to our leaders in Aso Rock. The Americans are saying, we will call you out, we will label you a country of particular concern, we will shame you on the international stage, but we will not fight this war for you. This visit was not just a casual stopover. It included Representatives Michael Baumgartner, Keith Self, and Jefferson Shreve. These are serious people in Washington. The US Ambassador to Nigeria, Richard Mills, noted that this visit reflects the importance Washington places on Nigeria. They know that Nigeria is the giant of Africa. They know that if Nigeria falls, the ripple effect will destroy stability across the entire region and even affect the globe. That is why they are here. But their method of saving Nigeria is strictly non-military. The delegation also revealed that this CPC designation has already triggered internal discussions in the Nigerian government. They see this as an encouraging sign. Basically, the fact that our leaders are panicking and talking about it means the pressure is working. They insisted that the designation is not meant to punish Nigeria or stigmatize us as a people. It's meant to push for concrete reforms. They want to see accountability. When people are killed in a village in Plateau, they want to see the perpetrators arrested and jailed, not just another press release condemning the attack. It's also worth noting the political context back in the US. Congressman Huizenga mentioned that the CPC issue was first raised during the Trump administration and has continued to generate intense debate in Congress. This tells you that this is a long-standing agenda. Whether it's Trump or any other administration, the consensus in Washington is shifting away from direct intervention. They are tired of forever wars. They are tired of sending their boys to die in foreign lands. And this policy of abandoning the military option for Nigeria fits perfectly into that America First mindset, where they prioritize their own resources while pushing partners to step up. So, what does this mean for the common man in Nigeria? It means we are on our own in terms of physical security. The cavalry is not coming. We have to rely on our own military, our own police, and our own government to fix this mess. The Americans will bring money, they will bring training, they will bring shoes, but they will not bring the boots that kick down doors and take out bandits. The delegation promised to go back to Washington and brief their colleagues on what they found here. They believe that sustained dialogue and transparency could eventually lead to a review of Nigeria's CPC status. They are dangling a carrot. Fix the religious violence, stop the killings, and we will remove this shameful label. But until then, the pressure remains. This is a wake-up call for anyone who thought international outcry would force a military intervention. The world is watching, yes. The world is concerned, yes. But the world is not coming to save us with guns and tanks. The message from the US Congress is that Nigeria must save itself with American support, but not American soldiers.